Welcome everyone, we are back with another exciting match of StarCraft 2 from the NESPA SC2 Open that took place last November 2010, and we're going to go into a match from round 2 of the winners bracket featuring Edwin against sdwmaster. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get that game started right now. I'm going to actually turn the sound on because that's important. And as you are probably familiar if you've watched any of the other games from round 2, first map of this round of play is always on MLG Antigua Shipyard, which always features cross position. And so we have sdwmaster spawning as the red Zerg in the 3 o'clock position, facing off against Edwin as the purple Protoss. He likes his alliteration. Spawning in the 9 o'clock position. And got another PVZ here. Wouldn't be surprised to see Forge expand, but we're not going to see one. Shocking, I know. But as we wait to see exactly what Edwin has in store for us, I'd like to give a big shout out to our sponsors, QuickTech Computers. That is Quick TEQ Computers. Check them out at quicktech.net. They supplied the machines on which we played the games on that night of the LAN portion of this tournament. Big shout out to them. Also to Greenfield's Pancake House, Da Vinci's Pizza, and Champions Fun Center. Thanks for supporting esports in the Midwest. Thanks for supporting NESPA and making this tournament a possibility. Everyone should check them out and give them your support if you're in the Lincoln and Nebraska area. Or if not, just check them out online. QuickTech is, I know I've been talking to them quite a bit. They're going to start doing custom build online orders, and very, very good guys. Definitely know their stuff. They'll do custom gaming rig builds and all that stuff, and keep it at a very reasonable price. Have been really impressed with them throughout running this tournament and such. Great guys to work with. So check them out. Give them your support for supporting esports in the Midwest. So it looks like we're going to have a spawning pool before any kind of hatchery, but actually no gas going down. And he's going to go ahead and do something similar to an old build from the beta, actually getting an Overlord kind of early there. But there was a build for a time that people called the Idra, because Idra did it like a machine all the time. Shocking, I know. Idra did it. They called it the Idra. It doesn't make any sense. Sorry, guys. But he used to go 15 pool, 16 hatch. Something kind of similar coming out of sdwmaster right now. Looks like Edwin going with more of the, well, it was becoming less standard, I suppose, but what has typically been a standard build of just getting this gateway, then getting your gas, excuse me, and then Cybercore. A bit of a gas steal going down from sdwmaster. Probably not going to actually do a whole lot of delaying of the gas, though, as this Zealot and Probe will actually be able to keep it in check. He's going to cancel that and remake it, though, in that super annoying fashion. Looks like we're going to see a 2-gate Robo out of Edwin against sdwmaster. Kind of interesting decision. You usually see a Forge expand on this map because you do have this ramp into your natural. Actually means you can control, close this off fairly easily. The ramp is kind of far away from where your Nexus would go, but there are several configurations of buildings. It will keep you very safe from any kind of early pressure and let you get a good economic foothold into the mid game. No speed or gas actually being taken by sdwmaster just yet. The gas steal has been cleaned up for the time being. Edwin going to go ahead and take his second gas, which he's going to need to make use of that Robo. There we go, sdwmaster taking his gas right now, so his speed's going to come fairly late. I'm not sure how that's going to play out in this particular situation. The rush distances are pretty long. We do have a forward pylon, though, going down right now for Edwin. Warp gate just finishing up, and so he's going to be able to start warping units in at this forward position pretty soon. Will this Spinecrawler? This Spinecrawler will probably be done before anything actually arrives. And we got an observer coming out of this robotics. So we might see a little bit of poking around. Maybe a couple zealots are going to come out here, poke around, see if they can be annoying. But there are a ton of lings out actually right now, uncanny amount of lings at this point in time, and a spine crawler and 2 queens, so any zealots that go in here are actually not going to be able to do too much damage. These lings are actually going to go out across the map, probably try to take this watchtower from Edwin. Edwin sees it, may lose his stalker, looks like he probably will, and probably kind of freaking out that there's so many lings out on the map right now. Gonna go ahead and make 2 more zealots and move right into the natural. And these 4 zealots might be able to pick off queen. They could run past the spine crawler and probably be okay. This 1 zealot's gonna take a bit of shield damage as he runs by. And all these drones are gonna have to run out of here. A couple lings gonna get picked off pretty easy. And they need to stay away from that spine crawler, as they're not going to actually be able to do any damage as long as that is there. In the meantime, sdwmaster getting good intel on the inside of Edwin's base. Edwin picks off that gas. Probably actually, maybe it got canceled, I didn't see. But he's going to probably just pull back with these zealots. You know, warp in. Few more zealots. This many zealots might actually be able to do some damage. Speed has now finished for sdwmaster. He's going to run all the way back home. Several lings out. He's going to lose probably all of these lings. These zealots aren't actually going to do any damage other than kill some lings. That being said, all those lings could have been drones. I'm curious to see who came out on top there. It looks like sdwmaster does come out way on top in terms of resources lost. So really kind of interesting play right now out of sdwmaster, making a ton of lings early. Not something you see very often. Still hasn't seen that forward pylon, so he's probably going to come running back home as soon as more zealots come running into his base. That being said, he's going to go ahead and run up here, check the front. There's just 1 zealot on hold position here. Will we see a force field go down? Will it go down? Oh! This is actually a very tense situation right now for Edwin. He's going to go ahead and send these zealots into the natural again. There are now 2 spines up over here. And so I'm curious to see if sdwmaster is going to run back in. No, he's going to come back home. Again, all these zealots could actually just go into the main right now of sdwmaster. I do not believe he has actually any real defenses there. They're actually just kind of losing their lives needlessly here in the natural right now. They're not even focusing down the queens. Now roaches are out. These zealots are not going to be very useful at all anymore. And yeah, like I said, they could have ran into the main and done a lot more damage there. Maybe even taken out a spawning pool if he got lucky. But as it is, he's going to get these immortals start trickling out. He's now on 4-gate and robo. And so he's got a bit of flexibility there, but he is really far behind in the food count, 95 to 40 right now. Got a ton of lings and roaches about to knock at his door, and I don't know if he's going to be able to hold this off. Getting a macro hatch thrown down right now for sdwmaster. Very wise decision from him. Might actually prefer to see him take his 3rd, however, but even so, he's going to go ahead and push in with these roaches and these lings. So 1 immortal is actually going to be able to do a ton of damage to these roaches. There are a couple sentries up there which are going to deny the roaches from being able to pick off that zealot and have all these lings come streaming in, and he's actually just going to pull back all the way back home and lose a couple of these roaches as he retreats. So not the strongest of pushes right there. Would have probably gone a bit better if he was able to get an overlord or something over there. However, he's now looks like he is aware that this pylon is here and where his 3rd would be. He's going to clean up these zealots, probably take out this pylon, and probably shortly thereafter take his 3rd. In the meantime, we have a spire started, and we have Colossus Tech finished, and the range upgrade started for Edwin. He really needs to take his natural if he wants to be able to support Colossi and catch up at all in this game. 116 food to the 44 of Edwin. Not looking really good right now for Edwin. Tons and tons of lings and roaches being made. 2 bases actually being taken as well by sdwmaster. Very good decision. He knows he's got a commanding lead right now. Knows his opponent is only on 1 base. And having taken out as many zealots as he has, he knows he can't have a huge army really hiding in his main either. So he's going to go ahead and start rallying units down here in preparation for a major push at the front, buying him time to get these expansions and these mutas out. A Nidus network in production. It's actually kind of surprising to me. Didn't expect to see that. I'm curious to see how exactly he's going to end up utilizing this Nidus network. It is very nice as a retreat mechanism. I don't really see him maybe getting this off in the main really effectively, which is the typical, usual, favorite sort of, I don't know, tactic that people like to use, is the surprise Nidus in your main. Surprise, there's a Nidus in your main. Looks like that is indeed what he's going to try to go for, as he's going to start sending all his units into that Nidus. Has some mutas outside of Edwin's main that are going to allow him to get visions. Actually sending an OV down there as well. Probably not necessary with the mutas there. What is he going to do with this Nidus? Curious indeed to see what he does. Waiting. Right there goes the Nidus. Does Edwin see it? He does. He's got to move his entire army back, though, to deal with it. They were just moving out into the natural. Will they actually be able to take it out in time? Niduses are really not that strong. Looks like they will focus it down before too many units come out. All these units do get cleaned up with ease because Nidus worms are terrible. They're actually not terrible, but you have to use them very carefully, and the surprise Nidus can be very devastating, but it also backfires quite frequently. That's why I said I like it better as an escape mechanism, allowing you to attack one place and get the heck out of there as fast as possible. So he's going to have to unload this Nidus. There is a small force pushing out here across the map right now with 2 Colossi, 2 Immortals in it. This one stalker getting out a little far ahead is going to sacrifice its life. And these 2 Colossi, oh, really out of position. Going to get picked off by all these roaches. Not good at all. That's actually really painful to watch. Even though he is killing a lot of these workers here at the gold, this army is going to get cleaned up without any real troubles. And losing those Colossi has basically sealed the victory here for sdwmaster. 183 food to the 46 of Edwin. There's the GG. And so we will be going into game 2. And I'm not quite sure what map that is just yet, but we'll be back here in a moment. So stick around.